Hi everyone, this is the photo shoot of the perfume bottle, and I'm going to show you the setting here quickly. So we have this seamless background, and there's a top light that is going to hit the background and is going to graduate to the front. And there, here is the bottle in this position. And what I'm doing here is first here, this is a protection of my lens with the flags so I don't get the flare. I'm shooting on the table without the plexiglass, and I'm using here like a DIY snoot that is gonna hit the bottle from the back here in order to light the front. So I'm using the reflection of the light on the inside because it's going to be a metallic surface, and that's going to help me in bringing the color of that perfume, the pinkish color, to be like saturated. And let me show you first from a distance. So basically this boom is only for the flags that are going to protect my lens, and this boom here is for the top light, and this one for the snoot. And the main light, this is the camera here, and let me just go to the other side to show you the main light. So basically the main light here is gonna skim this flag here, and this flag has black on the inside, so that will give me a definition of the edges that I'm going to show you on the capture one when I'm going to shoot tethered. And this light is going to skim here and is going to go ahead hit that reflector, the white reflector, which is going to bounce on this side of the bottle. That is going to give me graduation of the light that will give it a metallic surface. It's going to be difficult to shoot a mirror. You cannot see anything except if you are shooting the reflection of that mirror. So here I'm trying to mimic some kind of a graduation where the light is going to be hot here, and then it's going to be weaker, and that's going to create on this side some kind of reflection. And I have to admit that I'm getting a little bit of shadows here to deal with, but keep in mind, please, I'm trying as much as I can to get that out of the camera as good as possible for the product itself. Dealing with the shadows is something that could be done later on in the post. I have to admit there are some shadows there that needs to be dealt with, but the principle is the same. Now the purpose of this flag here is to light this side here of the cap. So this side of the cap is going to be lit by this one, reflecting the light that is hitting this board here. So the light is going to hit that board and is going to light this side of the cap and this side of the bottle. And then whatever is reflected here on this board, which is, I'm going to show it to you from the other side. So whatever is coming from that main light here is gonna reflect on this white board here to light this side of the cap. And I put it in a way that I will have still a black edge on the corner, and I'll show it to you on the computer when I'm shooting. And the flag here is gonna protect the light here from spilling all over the place. So let's go to the capture one. And as I mentioned, oops, almost knocked it off. All right, let's go ahead and show you exactly what we are dealing with. So what I'm gonna try to do here, and I'm gonna post those images on a Flickr. So what I'm gonna do here is to go ahead first and I'm gonna turn off all those lights now, and I'm gonna turn them one by one. So let's turn off this, turn off this, and turn off this. So first shot should be black, and that's what we should do always. So the first shot should be black. I'm getting a little bit of ambient. So this is black, okay? Now I'm gonna turn on the main light A, and I'm shooting at f14 ISO and speed 200s, both ISO and speed 200. So let's get first the main light. All right, so here what I'm getting, you see that black line here? This is the black line here is the difference from what is reflecting between the edge here and the black here. So the difference between the two. So I advanced the white, advanced it until I got just a black line. And I was trying to look it in the live view in order to get it exactly there. So I'm getting that black line only from the camera, not in any kind of post, and you can see it here. And you can see here the black line that is lining those edges, and that will be from the left black flag that I just showed you. And you can see how it is graduating. So you have this white area here, and it's graduating, and that what gives it that kind of metallic shiny. And you can see also here how it's given it. This is, by the way, this very difficult surface to light is very difficult because it's not straight, it's not you have a straight surface and you have this kind of curved one. So I placed the reflection of the light of the main light when it's hitting that white board, that white board here, I made it in a way that it will reflect with that pattern on that surface. So this is only the main light, okay? So this is the main light. And what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is to turn the top light. All right, and let's take a picture. I'm gonna post those. So this is the top light, and you can see now how it looks shiny. Yes, I'm dealing with shadows here. I am admitting that, and it's something that could be worked out either with a plexiglass. If I'm using plexiglass, it will be a whole lot easier to deal with those shadows. I will get reflection, less shadows. But anyway, nonetheless, this is what is available for me now. The plexiglass was too much scratches on it. Now I need to bring the color of this a little bit vibrant by using the color of the light of the snoot. So that's what I'm gonna turn on now. And this is the snoot turned on. And let's take a shot. And here you can tell the difference, how the light is brought back. So I'm gonna post those. I'm gonna post those 3 images on Flickr, and you can take a look at it. Look how I made it out of the camera 3D. You have the top that looks a little bit black to separate it from the background. You have this black line here that I created with the flag, and you have this whitish graduation of the light that makes it the shiny surface, and you have this side nicely lit. And same, you can see a little bit of extension of that line here on the edge here. And let me just show you something here. So in post, as far as the writing, you can make it stand out better by just applying a little bit of clarity and sharpening. But this, even out of the camera, that looks nice. I think it is successful. It is successful. So that's the final product. All right. And that was a challenge working with the light and the angles, and it was not easy to accomplish that. However, I'm satisfied with the result. I'm sure that the shadows needs to be dealt with, which is not a problem using a plexiglass, but I wasn't having it available, and it could be dealt with the post. All right, guys, so this is for now. I'm gonna post those images and I'm out. Bye.